Ooh, okay. We were just here, with Demi versus Pezz, and we'll see what GogojOey decides to whip out. We have seen him favor a lot of Roach play in this matchup, hitting some big Roach timings. I doubt we're gonna see another Queen march across the map like we saw with Demi.
Yeah. As we saw, even with the Roaches, despite the Queens, if for 3 bases, I feel like this is a rough map for 3 base play versus Protoss. You got to get to that later game for Zerg. Zerg vs Protoss would be super effective as Zerg on this map, I feel. Anyway, we're here on the map, and in the bottom left we have our Blue Zerg from Hong Kong. It is GogojOey.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the Australian Protoss player, the Purple Protoss, representing Team Mindfreak. It is Pezz.
Does GogojOey have a team?
No longer. No.
No longer. Ooh.
Yes.
He's such a good player.
Yeah, it's a shame. So for the longest part of 2020, he was on Team GP, which is a Korean team, and it was really cool. He was on the same team as Bomber, and I believe not Super, but some of these other Korean players, which was really cool to see them pick him up. The main reasoning for that was, of course, Team GP was competing in the Chinese Team League, and to compete in that,
right.
Yeah, you need either a player from China or Hong Kong or Taiwan, I believe. But now that the season of Chinese Team League has ended, unfortunately, Team GP, they did let go of GogojOey. But it was really cool when they did pick him up earlier this year. Again, he's really deserving to be on a team.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that's what's benefited him so much, because Gogo's really stepped up his game this year so much.
Yeah.
And all right, so the cool thing here is Gogo's got his style down. Now Pezz looks like he's gotten himself a PvZ style that he's happy with too. So it's going to be interesting to see 2 comfortable set styles go against each other.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see if Pezz decides to play even a little bit, or cater his build and switch it up specifically for GogojOey as well, because as you were saying, historically he has struggled a little bit more against GogojOey, so maybe he has something special in store for him.
Yeah. All right. Still no third hatch. He wants to make sure there's no probe lying around before he takes that third.
Yeah. Just making sure his base is all secure. Meanwhile, Pezz, just like in every other game we've seen so far today, he is going for the Stargate.
Now let's see if his we know how protective Demi is of his bases. He's such a defensive Zerg. Gogo being such an aggressive Zerg, does he get blind spores?
Nah, mate. Nah.
Maybe that's where we're going.
We'll see. I mean, GogojOey, he is going in with his Overlord, looking to try and scout what his opponent is going for.
Yeah, it looks like he should be able to get the scout. The Stalker took a little bit too long to get his attack off yet. Ooh. Yeah, he should be able to scout this easy.
Yeah. So he does confirm the Stargate. With that knowledge, we should see a bunch of spores, a bunch of defenses soon for GogojOey.
Yeah, that's really cheeky actually, and because a lot of Zergs don't really send 2 Overlords across the map these days. So he saw the one come. He knows there's always going to be that one on the high ground there. And he's got his Stalker waiting down there for it.
yeah, nicely done. And he's not cutting corners or anything like that. We do see spores on the way, or at least one spore on the way for GogojOey. So he should be okay.
Yeah, it's not safety spores though, because he's scattered.
True.
So he gets to see. He's going to be able to see the gases here at least.
Be able to keep an eye on those gases. Meanwhile, we do have the first Oracle diving in.
Wow, one Oracle already getting 3 workers. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I think he got those that were like spawning drones, right?
Yeah,
transferring.
Yeah. They were transferring, so he got a little bit lucky there, getting some damage done. Meanwhile, the second Oracle is heading across the map as well.
Yeah, so 3 workers to start with. Now the second Oracle pairing up. This is going to be a nice little bit of work here. GogojOey is going to really be on top of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. We do see just the spores. We do have a queen in the center as well, looking to try and help out with that anti-air. And once again, Pezz, he's going for the Twilight Council and the Forge.
Yeah, there's a queen pick off.
Oof.
That's a nice pick. And some drones.
Oh my god.
We're just going to be able to get out of there too. Yeah. 5 workers and a queen.
Yeah, that's honestly pretty
another
good.
supply block. He actually killed another overlord.
Oh my god, yeah. So Pezz, pretty solid start so far. We do see like this isn't the Dark Shrine variant of his opening, as he is committing to Blink and +1 as well.
Damn, we haven't seen. Has the Roach Warren actually come down for
Yes.
GogojOey yet?
Okay,
it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's at the back of the thing. Okay. I was gonna say we're 6 minutes into a GogojOey match and there's no roaches yet.
It's okay, calm down. He's going for roaches, and this is what we saw a lot of from GogojOey yesterday against Beastlord, against Pezz. GogojOey, it feels like he favors the Ling Bane Roach Ravager composition.
Yeah, it feels like saving roaches this late. It almost feels like he's going to throw a Spire down.
Yeah, it's quite possible, you know, especially with some of these gases that are being taken at the third and at the natural.
Yeah, going up to 5 gas geysers, leaving that one main one for later.
Hey, mate, he's taking a 4th.
Yeah. There's the roaches. Okay, so it looks like it is going to be that Bane Roach Ravager.
Oh yeah, and again, like it's all about like the engagements, right? Like waiting to try and surround the army with those banelings as well, and it's going to be on Pezz to really be on top of his force fields, to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, Foster's going to be rough against Roach Ravager though, or with the Ravagers. I think what he really needs here is he needs to start taking to Colossus. But yeah. I don't think he's going to get that time.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's a couple of queens attack moving its own queen over on the right side there. Did he stop it?
Oh my god. Joey, please.
Well, GogojOey hit his... Oh, it's actually nearly 80 workers.
Man, he's what a madman.
It's GogojOey reformed. He knows if he has an economy, he can just Roach Ravager forever.
Oh my god, his brain is expanding. He's like, wait a minute. If I have money, I can make more units. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, Pezz hasn't been super aggressive really, like with Rangers. He's just been flying around with the Oracles, and like Zerg, if they can feel comfortable against Oracles, they just make a ton of drones because they know they're not going to be attacked.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, GogojOey actually just made 10 overlords. He's got 7 more in production. A heavy supply block.
Yeah, well, a couple more overlords getting picked off, so that 7 will come in handy. Good force field so far is kind of get a pick on this base, and this is really just Sentry Stalker.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, the Lings do get behind the army, and it looks like the majority of the Sentries is going to be going down.
Yeah, I think Pezz going into that fight knew that Sentries probably weren't going to be coming home. But what is he going in behind this? He's going Blink Disruptor.
Yeah, we've got some double robot production on the way for Pezz. Opted not to go for Colossus instead of the Disruptors, which...
I like it.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
But he needs those Disruptors now.
That is the problem. But, you know, he is trading as best he can with these Blink Stalkers, even has the War Prism, just in case things get a little bit too dicey.
Yeah, he's got that equalized army supply too, so that's pretty nice for him. So any trade he takes right now is quite nice because he's got the Blink Stalkers, of course. So he should be able to trade efficiently. +2 is coming up, more Disruptors are on the way. +2 melee is coming up for GogojOey as well, so those speed banes are definitely going to be a scary thing very shortly.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially since like there are no more sentries with this army, so force fields are... Oh yeah.
Oh, the flanking winds are going to trigger them all, though. Oh, no, not quite. Okay.
Yeah, there's still one. Oh god, there's still one stasis disruptors. They haven't used their novas yet.
Oh wow, it got slightly triggered there. Nothing got caught by it. But oh man, all the bands are gone. There's a lot of stalkers here.
Oh yeah, exactly. He does blink on forward. The Novas are going to be able to land on top of the Ravagers as well. And Pezz, he's just going to be pushing on forward. There are only Queens left.
The blink micro was so good there. I thought he was about to just lose everything to all those Banes, but he just managed to micro it just enough. And everything's gone. This fourth base has to be evacuated. He has got a base on the other side of the map, but this army standing strong for Pezz is so scary.
Yeah, definitely. What we will say, or what I will say, is that this army is kind of all Pezz has at the moment. That War Prism was sniped out of the sky earlier by the Biles. There are a lot of Banelings in production, so GogojOey, he just needs to muster up an army strong enough to hold on here. And Pezz is actually not committing.
Yeah, he's backing off for now, but he doesn't know about the other bases yet, I don't think.
Oh yeah, he has no idea.
Yeah, like GogojOey's economy isn't too hampered right now. Like, look at that income. Is it 3,100?
Yeah, exactly. Like, despite losing a base, he's barely lost any drones. He's just been able to. Oh my god, he's going for a surround.
Going for a big surround, but he can't make any more units right now. This army has to do so much.
When it does get tagged.
Yeah, he knows all about it. Oh, it's such a tense part because like there's been no army being made for such a long time here. It looks like the War Prism has finally come in to reinforce. He's got sentries, and this is now a super scary army. He's going to go for the attack here while he's got way up in supply.
Yeah, definitely. Like it looks like GogojOey's trying to go for another surround. There are no stasis behind this army this time.
Yeah, workers going down in by their numbers. A big move on some Ducklings there, and this looks like a pretty clean fight for Pezz.
Oh yeah, beautiful force fields. The drones are forced off the line. Beautiful Novas as well, and GogojOey, he just doesn't have anything left.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. GG. Pezz takes game number 1.
GG Pezz with a really clean game number 1 as well. Like honestly, GogojOey, he was kind of stuck on his side of the map. There was a bit of a Baneling run by towards the end there, which was nice, but that was like the only real damage GogojOey was able to achieve.
Yeah. Oh man, that fight where the stasis triggered but didn't catch anything. I thought, I'm like, oh no, that's it. All these Banes are just going to crash into Stalkers. And I think Blink must have just come up at the very last second there, and he managed to avoid so much of the damage, pick off the Banes, and then just kind of push it back. I thought that was like GogojOey's fight there. I'm like, oh, he's got this. This is going to be such a good fight for GogojOey, especially with the flank. But Pezz just kept his head in that fight, man. He did everything right.
Yeah. Thankfully, I was also checking as well, like when we saw the double robo production, I was like, hopefully Pezz doesn't have like the same issue like as he did with Demi, where like we have like a traffic jam of disruptors in his natural, but nope, he was on top of that as well. And we are going to be getting into game number 2. And yeah, we'll see how Pezz does here. Again, GogojOey is really the big name here in the lower half of the bracket. If Pezz is going to be able to get through him, then it's kind of smooth sailings all the way to the finals.
Yeah. All right, and here on the map of Lightshade, we have our purple Protoss, 1-0 up in the series, playing for Mind Freak. It is Pezz.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the red Zerg player coming from the land of Hong Kong. It is GogojOey.
Alright, Pezz getting everyone's face today with the probe.
yeah, you know, forcing the unnatural natural for GogojOey.
Yeah. I wonder which game he's just gonna whip out something crazy. Like he's like, all right, I forced this. Now I'm gonna punish you for it, like early.
Yeah, especially because Pezz was very comfortable around like DreamHack Fall. Very comfortable with Glaive Adepts. Like that was his go-to in this matchup.
Yes, it very much was. I remember seeing that so much from him. And yeah, just falling back into this, it's almost like a probe style. Because probe was like when he plays PvZ, he plays almost the exact same build every game that he's comfortable with, and with like with minimal deviations here and there, depending on what is seen on the map.
Yeah, and so far we've seen that, right? Like again, just kind of minimal deviations when it comes to Pezz, you know, throwing out a Dark Shrine here or there. And we'll see if he has something else in store for us, or again, if he's just comfortable doing more or less the same opener here against GogojOey.
Yeah. I guess like the big distinguishing thing between Pezz and Probe, if playing this kind of style, is Probe is definitely like more on the happier side, just to stay back and do harassment instead of and get to that bigger late game, whereas Pezz wants to be in your face.
Yeah, Probe, he's completely fine with just kind of playing that more turtle style and getting into that late game. I recall like incredibly long games, even against Demi on like Eternal Empire, back when that was in the map pool. Probe was not afraid of that.
I think that's where Pezz excels. Probe excels though. Like that late game play for him has worked out so well for him historically.
Definitely.
He's like, if you don't kill me early, I will win.
yeah, definitely. I will say that, but that also did lead to Probe also struggling a little bit more against players like Ender or Miyamika when it comes to like their earlier game aggression. I feel like that's where maybe Pezz is a little bit stronger. We'll see, you know, here in the mid game.
Yeah, Pezz definitely likes playing in the chaos. So I feel when he gets to that kind of play where it is, down and dirty early, I think he likes it. Not that he likes it, but I think he just no Protoss likes being like Lings attacking their base and getting in and having to panic. But I just feel like he knows what to expect when that game comes and how to go transition out of it, I guess.
We heard it from Sano himself. Pezz likes it dirty. Oh god, but we'll see what happens here in game 2 as Pezz is, you know, once again going for that Stargate opener, and last game he did go straight into Robo, if I recall. Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Well, he's going for that Robo.
Okay.
Well, he liked it against GogojOey and Demi in those last 2 games, so why not? Can he go 3 games in a row with this build?
Yeah, we'll see. The problem is that GogojOey is starting to switch things up. By now we would have seen a Roach Warren from GogojOey. Instead we see a very fast Evo Chamber.
That is still idle. There it is.
There we go. I was waiting for the +1 melee. So yeah, GogojOey, he's looking to... are you feeling a Ling Bane bust?
He's got a lot of gas still. Like, what is he spending this gas on? He's got no lair coming. He doesn't have a second Evo. There's no Bane Nest. No Roach Warren, as you said. And now he's losing a bunch of drones.
Yeah, he is losing a bunch of drones. And actually, Pezz, he did see the Evo Chamber as well.
Yeah, he sees it wiggling away back there as well, so he gets an idea of what's coming next. And the model's still going to stay in his build. I still like where he's going, even though it's +1 link.
Yep, and there we go. It was a little bit delayed, but there is the Baneling Nest as well coming out here from GogojOey. Pezz should have a decent idea of this though, as you know, he did scout that Evo Chamber. We'll see if he's able to dip around to the third to scout the Baneling Nest.
And getting more kills than that. Oh, that Oracle. Lucky to get away with his life there.
Oh yeah, definitely. And there we go. We see a massive wave of Lings coming out here from GogojOey, already rushing across the map. We'll see.
I think there's plenty on the ground here.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of force fields.
He's gonna make sure that wall's plugged before he goes to defend it. Gogo will look at 2 directionals, and yeah, here we go. Ling's trying to come in the front. Now he's gonna send that top side into the third, maybe, because he sees the army position. He's chilling. Oh, they were Banelings morphing.
Oh, okay. He's going for a bit of a Bane runway, but in the end, he does go in with his Lings. And meanwhile, actually, Pezz is committing to this attack.
Oh, okay. Pezz is like, all right, you get a bunch of Lings. I got this. Let's see how he's got it. There's still no workaround. It's Ling in on the ground with force fields.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be all about the force fields. We'll see how good they are. Oh my god.
And so far, these Banelings can't get a lick in.
Wow. Yeah, none of the Banelings managed to connect. They are just force fielded out. And now with this War Prism, Pezz is just going to keep reinforcing. Oh god.
There's no Banelings left. Oh, it's alive.
There's no Banelings left, but there's also no sentries.
Zealot's doing their work. Oh, it's such a weird little trade.
Yeah, in the end though, GogojOey will hold. He did keep the majority of his workers alive as well. We still have this War Prism, so Pezz is trying to macro as best he can.
Yeah, he's just trying to get as much done as he can. He's good for workers. Like, look at the worker counts. Pezz has a third base behind this, remember?
True.
And he has his robotic speed coming up behind this. He's still got a models in production. Oh, he doesn't want to lose that War Prism. Even tries to bring the Oracle in here, but there's still a scary army coming across the map now for GogojOey. Pezz has to back this up with the defense.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god, like Pezz, he had beautiful force fields to begin with, but then the Banelings, they finally crashed in. Oh, does manage to wall off his natural. The Lings do not get in.
Yeah, Roach is at the front now. He's got plenty of sentries, so he can still take somewhat decent trade. He needs to get back to that shield battery.
Yeah, he does slowly need to get back. Yeah, decent micro.
Oh, double up mortals there.
Oh my god, and you know what? The Lings are behind.
God, this micro from Pezz is so good at keeping everything alive right now, but the work is the thing that he lost the most.
Exactly. He's
he's got 3 Nexus worth of production, so it's pretty nice, and he's chasing down Roaches back across the map.
Yeah, and behind this, he does have a robotic spay. He is working towards disruptors as well. Pezz is doing an immaculate job at keeping his army alive. Not so much his workers, but we'll see what he's going to be able to do here. He's warping in more across the map.
Yeah, he's going to try and keep his presence felt across the map. Try to keep him making workers. Keep him making units instead of workers.
Yeah, definitely. Because again, like the worker count from GogojOey is just disgustingly low.
Yeah,
like
he didn't even get close to 80 this game. Oh, this horse here.
Beautiful. And yeah, able to shave the majority of them off. Meanwhile, we do have not too sure where these queens are going. Okay, they're coming back home. GogojOey noticed he is bringing them back. He's gonna need everything he can here to hold against this.
That's a retreat path too for these Protoss units, so it looks like he might catch these queens.
Oh god, no.
Oh.
Yeah, F's in the chat for the queens.
Alright, so there's a lot of creep he's going to be careful of here, so he looks like he might just try to take his time.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scared for GogojOey. He doesn't have any Banelings ready.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right. A lot of queens. The Oracle does go down, so there's no detection for this creep at all. Here comes that first Nova. Only one Baneling is going to survive the morph, and he dies as soon as it spawns.
Yeah, exactly. No Banelings whatsoever. GogojOey's going to try and go for a surround.
Another Nova in the big pack of roaches at the front, and they get annihilated. Pezz marking really, really well here. Keeps his disruptors alive. The Immortals are still doing so much work in the back, and I think it looks like he's got him here.
Oh my god, Pezz, despite losing to GogojOey yesterday in Grand Platypus Open, it doesn't even matter. Here he's coming, he's showing up strong. Mates.
Pezz.
Pezz with the 2-0 over GogojOey.
This is Pezz being, man. So good.
So good.
This is the Pezz I love to see.
For sure. And congratulations, Pezz. He overcomes one of the strongest Zerg players in the region. 2-0 without even dropping a map, looking immaculate there in so many different ways, with his defense, with his force fields. I think his force fields were really standing out there that game.
Yeah. Oh, interesting results on the top side of the bracket too. Seether got a 2-0 over me and Micah.
Ooh.
Bystock unfortunately doesn't look like he was able to make it for his round 2 game. So Azure got the 2-0 over Chappie, then walked over Bystock in round 2. So it's a Seether versus Azure in the top side of the map, and Pezz versus Nuts in the bottom side. So it's an interesting top 4, considering the players that came into this bracket.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, we were all looking at Mew Micah. It is a bit of a shame that we didn't get to see that Mew Micah versus Seether match. Like, that's a rough round 2 match right there. You know, some of the best Zergs and Terrans in our region. That's amazing. But yeah, Seether, he did 2-0, and man, now we got a TVT before us.